We're on day 22 now. I'm over 3 weeks in on this journey. And I find that today I didn't really feel like doing the meditation when I got up. My alarm was set for early this morning. I went back to sleep. The alarm went off again. Went back to sleep. And I just slept until I decided that I was ready to get up. Still didn't meditate. Instead, I looked at Facebook and YouTube for a little bit and found that it wasn't really uh, it just wasn't doing it for me. Okay, it's time to sit down for the meditation. Even though there seemed like there was a lot of resistance before I started it, it was really easy. I finished an hour and 20 minutes this morning, and it went by very quick. There wasn't like a lot of really profound thoughts or ideas that came through. Mm. It could be because I stayed out late last night and was drinking. That is, I had one bottle. It was 2 beers, a big bottle. Mm. And it was fun. Went with my coworkers from the school here and had a good time. But it's not the same like it used to be. Like in my past, going out to drink was really a big deal. Like, who am I gonna drink with? Where are we gonna go? What's gonna happen? And now there was even some like resistance. Part of me really didn't want to go to the bath last night with everyone, but I did it anyways, and I still had a good time. But I woke up this morning thinking I could have done something else. And of course, you can always do something else, but feeling like they're not really like regret. I enjoyed it, but just thinking that somehow I could have used my time differently that would have been more true to myself and what I'm trying to accomplish, which is what am I what am I trying to accomplish? I guess what I'm trying to accomplish is feeling less that I need to accomplish anything. That I can sit still in the mornings by myself for more than an hour and not feel like I need to do anything during that period. I actually did check my dictionary this morning for 2 words that I thought, oh, I want to know how do I say this in Chinese. And I looked it up real quick, then went back to meditating, and this was because I want to learn how to communicate more in depth and with greater, uh, more in depth with people in China, because I'm finding that there are opportunities for this if you open yourself up to it. I've been speaking more to Chinese people on the streets, and it's been really interesting because most of the time I really don't know what to say, and the conversation stalls. There's like these moments where nobody's saying anything. I don't know what to say. They're probably wondering what the heck's this guy doing? What does he want? And why is he just standing here? Okay, then I think I'm gonna say this instead. And uh, and now it's getting easier to do this. And in the past, I used to have a lot of anxiety um, approaching strangers outside, talking to them. Didn't matter if it was man or woman, but especially women would feel very uncomfortable doing this because of, I'm afraid I don't know what I'm gonna say, afraid of being rejected, whatever it is that I ask for. Like if it's I used to be afraid even just ask people for directions, like, hey, I'm lost, I'm not sure which way to go, or um, something like that. Then I got to the point where I thought, oh, like I don't know how to talk to these people because they're not, we're not going to be able to have a conversation because I don't speak Chinese well enough. And I got to the point where I don't care about that anymore because how am I supposed to speak Chinese better if I don't get out there and practice? And I'm not talking about like in a classroom. Like that's great. You want to go study a language in a class? Do it. I studied Japanese for many years and I learned so much. And then after 7 years, 6 years, I hit a wall. I, I can't break through because I felt like I wasn't improving my spoken skills, even though I had developed such a huge level of vocabulary and grammatical understanding, and my ability to write and read was pretty good even. But to try and speak with people, it seemed like it wasn't improving anymore. So I went to Japan, and I was amazed by, even after the first month that I was there, how fast my language skills were improving. And I'd already had a big foundation, but still felt very hesitant to speak with people in public. I felt like I had to be drunk to do this, so I often would drink, often as in like basically every day. I would have at least one drink in Japan, if not more. And I found this was a little easier to talk to people that way. But now I don't need to do that. I have no problem speaking to people uh, sober with limited Chinese skills. They're better than many people, many foreigners that live here, but I'm still very elementary. And it doesn't stop me from going through this process. And I'm finding that my language skills are actually improving a lot through this. And and it's amazing because I thought I wasn't good enough, or that I wouldn't be good enough. How many times do we stop ourselves? How many times have I stopped myself from even trying something because I'd already convinced myself that it wasn't gonna work, or that I'd fail, or it would be too difficult, or I'd never be able to do the things like I really wanted to do. And and this morning, coming back to myself for a moment and remembering that it actually doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I accomplish these things, or if I learn to speak Chinese fluently, or if I write 10 books, or all of these external accomplishments are really great. I'm not trying to downplay and say, oh, this stuff doesn't matter. It's good, but the internal journey, this experience that I'm going through, is way more important to me than all that other stuff. And every time I find now that I'm starting to get like really excited about another person that I met, or about an idea that I have, or about some like really great work even that I'd made, or excited about the progress of my students at school, I bring it back to myself and remember that my biggest source of excitement and joy is me, is the fact that I'm here creating all of this stuff that I'm going through. So it's not about what I'm experiencing so much as the fact that I'm even able to have the experience at all. So this opportunity to be alive is just, it's absolutely incredible. And every day there's always unlimited opportunities for something. And I want to experience these for how they are and move through time and space effortlessly, so that as soon as something happens, I'm not stuck thinking about it, and then another person walks by and they could have been you know, they could have been somebody who's going to introduce me to someone, and there's this new big connection, and boom, suddenly my life expands even more, but now I'm stuck in this contracted place because I'm holding on. Now I'm attached to the moment from 5 minutes ago instead of staying open to what's happening right now. And I love that because I'm just getting started. And the journey is really like, it seemed like, like just a cliche to me before that, the journey of where you're going or whatever is more important than the destination. Well, okay, yeah, that sounded nice, but I still want to get to where I'm going. It's about the journey, 100%. It's not where you're going, because you never get there. You're only here. I'm only here right now. That's the only place I'm ever gonna be. So as soon as I'm thinking how I need to be back where I was before, I need to be here in the future, then suddenly it's like I'm not really alive. I don't know what it is, but it's my life that I want for myself only exists in this present moment right now. Day 22.